Hi, hello guys, welcome back to this channel. Let's talk about Facebook ads payment issues, right? There can be several issues you can encounter when it comes to Facebook ads, right? So in this video, I'll be looking at the several possible issues you can have when it comes to Facebook ads payment, and I'll be showing you how you can resolve that issue by yourself, right? So the first issue I'll be sharing with you is the screenshot I got. This screenshot shows you a payment, and you could see that below here right now you can see expired. So it's showing you that the card that you have for this particular payment is currently expired. And most times when you're trying to run ads with this particular kind of card, it's either it gets rejected and the payment won't go through. Obviously the card is expired, so you would have to make a replacement of the card. And most times most people find it difficult to replace this particular card. Now this explanation is going to be based on I'm going to be explaining it so that I'll be sure if you're going to get it. So this is the way it's going to work. So once you get to your screenshot and you get to this particular point in place where you want to you are supposed to add payment method, and you click on the add payment method. Once you click on the add payment method, most times the first thing you should do is try to see if you could add a new payment method before you click on this three dots to delete this particular already existing payment method that you have here, so that the new payment method that you end up adding can now be the primary method of payment. I don't know if what I'm saying is currently very easy to get, but let me go share that on my screen now. So let's say this is my the account I'm working on, for instance, and I want to work on payment. Let's click on billing and payment. I believe you know how I got here. You just click on business.facebook.com, and then it will either redirect you to ads.facebook.com, right? So whatever the case is, it's fine. So with that, you'll be able to redirect to the billing portion of your ad. Now this option actually comes up because of the kind of payment method you use, right? So this error always comes up because you are using a postpaid payment method. Look at it, postpaid payment method. That's why you have to add a card before you can run your ad. So depending on your location, you can use a postpaid method, it will work for you. But if you are in Nigeria, don't use postpaid method. If you're outside Nigeria or an African country, if you're in the US, Canada, whatever country you are, in Europe, you can still make do of the post payment method, right? But if you use the prepaid payment method, it's not working properly for you if you're in Africa. So depending on where you are watching this video from, right? So let me show you now. So this particular account now is a prepaid method. So if I want to add a fund, I need to just come here, click on add fund. But let me quickly show you something now. So the payment method like I told you initially set up for this account is a prepaid payment method. If I click on add payment method here, now look at this, there are different options. So let me even start my explanation from here. Now Facebook has made it in such a way that you can have different payment methods of payment so that you will not be having issues when trying to make payment. So all these several payment methods helps you easily resolve most payment issues, right? So now the solution is this. If you are having this particular issue where you are doing this, one of the things I will advise you, right, is this. I told you first, make sure you add a new card. Make sure the card you're adding is a dollar card. It should not be a Naira card if you're in Nigeria. But if you're outside Nigeria and maybe in America, Canada, because I have contact, I have followers from there that watch my videos and reach out to me. So what I would advise you to do is add a payment method first, then go ahead and delete this payment method. Once you delete this payment method that is already expired, right, it will automatically make the new payment method you add as a primary payment method or a default payment method. You understand what I'm trying to say? So that way that problem is gone and you will not have that particular payment. If you are still facing that payment issue, send me a DM. Let's see how we can look into it together, right? So the next thing I want to show you now is this myriad all these different payment options, right? So you can see that you can use the debit card or credit card. Now if you're using a prepaid account, don't use this option of debit or credit card. If you are using a prepaid account, this is very crucial. Now if you are using a prepaid account, don't use the option of debit or credit card, right? You can use the pay using your USSD code, you can pay using bank transfer, and you can pay using your payment using MasterCard and all, because these three options are very effective. Now the reason why, not that if you use the debit card option it will not work, it will work, but by the time you face a particular problem, it will become very difficult to resolve that particular problem. So to avoid facing problems, right, so once you have tested something and it doesn't work, it's wise enough to retract, especially when you have a better solution, right? So don't use this debit or credit card option to add funds to your account. Always use the USSD method. So let's try the USSD method. All you need to do to add money through USSD is to select the option, and then it will ask you for the amount you want to add, and then you click on next, and then you will see that the total new amount you'll be adding, that's depending on what you have on your account before now. So right now I'll be having 8,697 naira and 59 kobo in the account when I'm done. So it loads up to another page and displays the USSD code I'm going to type on my phone so that it will credit the Facebook ad account. It's as simple to use as possible. So before the code appears, I need to select my bank. So these are the banks that are covered here. Major banks, you don't have OPays and the rest. These are major banks, First Bank and others. Let me select First Bank, and then please select your bank and enter the mobile phone number. Enter your mobile phone number. So let's say this is my phone number, for instance. Continue, right? So select your bank and enter your mobile phone number, which I've done already, and then it will generate a USSD code for me to use for the payment. So immediately I got a notification. All right, I just got I just got a notification now in my email that there's a payment request, okay, for Facebook, 4,500. So you can see that. So, or I can dial this on my Paga. Now, if maybe because my phone number is associated to my Paga account, I got a Paga notification requesting for the confirmation of the payment, right? Or if I can dial this code, dial USSD on this phone number, it will be credited immediately. I believe you see how the USSD payment works, right? So let's look at how the second method works. Another method you can use to add fund is the you can use the bank transfer or use the MasterCard. Now all these different options, as important as all these different options are, it's important to note that you must be careful when using these methods to make payment, right? You must make sure, one, you don't get the transaction cancelled. Once you try to make payment, the payment goes through. Make sure you have sufficient money in your account so that the payment transaction will not break through, will go through rather, and it will not stop, right? That way you are more or less being in integrity with Facebook, and you notice that once you try to make any payment or you have any issue, it will not stand. You'll be able to resolve the issue as at whenever you want to resolve the issue. So the next problem I want to resolve today is this: whenever you have payment issues and your account get disabled, what do you do? Now it's as simple as possible, right? So one of the first things you must do is to click on this option to see the details of why your ad account was disabled, and make sure you confirm if the ad account disabled also affects the business account. So that would depend on what you need to do. And the general way to resolve this problem is that Facebook most time want to confirm your identity, and when you check the details, it could be a specific payment issue. It could be that you are owing. It could be that you have a prepaid account, or you particularly made this mistake where you use this particular method I told you not to use. Maybe you use this method and you have a card detail on here, and maybe Facebook is unable to charge that particular card detail, and when they try it once, twice, or 3 times and they notice that they are not able to charge the account, what do? They restrict your ad account. Do you understand? So whenever that account maybe is not properly funded, most time when you use that debit or credit card option, it just, to me now, this way I see it automatically converts your account to a postpaid account, because sometimes you can run an ad without Facebook charging you immediately. So when Facebook is now ready to charge you within a specific period of time, you will now start having this particular issue, and Facebook will restrict your account. So the only way to resolve this particular issue whenever you have this particular issue is this: number one, you might have to check for the exact cause of this issue. Once you get the exact cause, go ahead, if you can remove the card, because most times, okay, this is the way it works now. Let me just go through this method. Instead of you, most times you are owing already, right? I do this a lot of times, and that's why I want you to pay attention. Most times you are owing Facebook already, and when you are owing Facebook, you must pay Facebook their money before you run any ad. So if you don't pay Facebook their money before you run any ad, they will not allow the ad to run. So you understand what I'm trying to say? So make sure you clear the debt. And how do you clear the debt? If you're in Nigeria, for instance, you need to go and create a dollar card. There are different options of dollar cards in Nigeria. Dollar cards. One of the ones I use, dollar cards in Nigeria. One of the, though they are expensive, but they can work for you, right? So you can see Cardify. I'm not recommending anyone. I'm just alerts dollar cards. There are different dollar cards that you can make use of. One of the ones I use is Cheaper Card. Yes, I use Cheaper Card. I've used it in the past and it's been very effective. I've used it to solve a lot of problems for clients and all, right? So dollar card is very effective and it will work for you, right? So apart from dollar card now, the next when you use your dollar card, you make sure you settle the debt that is on that particular account. When that debt is settled, then you can now go ahead and add fund to the account. Don't use that option again. And when you see that you are trying to add fund and it's trying to request for your card details on that particular platform, right? On this option, where is it now? If it's requesting for your card on this option, go ahead and create a new ad account and add a new payment method on it, right? And use this Naira payment method or any of these other three, right? So this is one of the ways, or these are some of the ways that you can use to resolve any payment method you have. And finally, whenever you have payment method and you don't even know what to do, contact Facebook support. How do you contact Facebook support? I've made several videos on this. Come to your Facebook account. Once you come to your Facebook account, you can see help and support. Click on your profile, help and support. Click on help center. Help center can connect you to Facebook support. Once you click on help center, then you'll be able to follow through the steps to be able to connect with Facebook. So what you need to do here, all you need to do here right now is just to come ahead and scroll down, click on visit business help center. When you click on business center, it's going to load up and show you you want to contact support or something. You click on get started, and then this is where, when you have any other problem on Facebook, any problem at all, when you contact support, they should be able to help you fix it. So once you get to this level, you'll be able to see the Facebook support details, right? You can select the ad account you want to use, whatever ad account you want to use. Once you select the ad account, then you can freely go ahead and contact Facebook support, right? So I think this video is done, and I've been able to do justice to making sure I enlighten you on how you can solve your payment issue. Now, if you have any other issue apart from the ones I've explained here, do well to reach out to me and let's work together and see how this issue can be completely resolved. My name is Akinbola Ezekiel, and I'll see you in other videos. Thank you.